sausage tree. They're going Africa. It's a real thing. Look it up. So I looked online and saw someone was selling seeds for a sausage tree. The guy selling it was named Daniel, and he said he'd give me some for free. Free sausage! But he did say not to bring my phone or tell anyone where I was going. And I was like, okay, we can't have anyone knowing that I have a non-native plant species. So I smashed my phone with a weight and drove over to Daniel's house. The house looked a little bit creepy, but I parked and walked up to it, and the door was wide open. So I walked in, and he had told me, come upstairs, first bedroom on the right. I was like, okay. So I slowly opened the door, walked in, and there were the seeds. I could finally grow my own sausage tree. I was so freaking excited. So I went to go exit the door, and it was locked.
Tonight on Where'd That Hoe Go?
He's been gone for 13 years now. Please, if you have any information, we miss him so much.
I was enjoying some banana on the cob when I realized lockdown is over here. So I got in the car, hit the gas, and drove to the closest thrift store, and I went thrifting. When I walked in the thrift store, I passed by the toy aisle, and there was a doll on the bottom shelf playing this really creepy song. And I know some dolls are cursed, but it's only $2, and the demon can keep me company, so I bought it. Frick, my mask is falling. Anyways, I brought it home, but when I looked at it again, I noticed there was a note attached to the bottom that read,
Make a wish or you'll float too!
and I thought, that's Pennywise's line. This doll's gonna get sued for copying the movie It before it possesses me. But I do be scared of demons, though. So I wished for the first thing that I could think of, which was an air fryer. Then after making my wish, I went to bed. I woke up the next morning to the birds chirping, the sunshine, and 300-pound air fryer on my chest, crushing me to the point where I couldn't breathe. I finally got it off and thought, you know what, Mr. Demon? Thank you for the air fryer. It's not exactly how Amazon would have delivered it, but I like your vision. Then I realized I have another wish left. I was thinking, what do I want more of? Some fire shoes. So I said, I want some fire.
You want fire?
No. I was enjoying a delicious cabbage snack when I got the idea, I'm gonna go make friends with random strangers on the internet. So I put my baby cabbage back in the fridge and went downstairs with my laptop and logged into Omegle. The first thing I saw was someone holding their and then I met a mime that was copying everything I did, and then another person showed their So then I went upstairs into the bathroom to grab a tissue and poured dish soap on it to wash my eyes out from what I had just seen. And then I took the dish soap and made a prayer circle on the floor around me to cleanse my soul, but I slipped on the stove. Anyways, there was a lot of screaming, and then I went back on Omegle and saw a freaking clown that scared the crap out of me, and then I panicked some more until I decided to go back on one more time. That's when I got matched with someone who sounded really familiar, like their voice sounded like some famous rapper. And I asked them, do I know you? But then they showed their face and it was, you're supposed to be in jail. We ran out of time on TikTok, but the full video is on my YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. Today I went to Starbucks to order something off the secret items. It was so secret, I opened it up and there was mud in it. Now, I've been a vegan as of 3 hours ago. It's been 3 hours since I've had string cheese. And I wasn't sure if dirt is vegan. So I grabbed my laptop and I looked it up, and dirt comes from dead plants and animals. But vegetables are grown in dirt. Does that mean that vegetables are meat? Okay guys, I've officially quit being vegan. Now I'm excited to announce I'm an airtarian. I only drink water and eat air. You can actually cook air in so many different ways, like you can microwave it, boil it if you want. You can even air fry air. I can't wait to see my results in a month.
Oh, we all become dirt in the end.
I was enjoying some fresh strawberries when my doorbell rang. I wasn't expecting anyone, but I went and answered the door anyways. No one was there, but whoever rang the doorbell had left an egg. It was covered in blue speckles and it was warm. But I decided right then and there, I'm gonna care for this egg until it hatches and be a bird dad. I made a little house for it by grabbing a box and putting grass in it. Then I set up a heat lamp so the egg root would be nice and toasty. But I was getting bored of waiting for him to hatch, so I decided to take him on a walk. Well, it was more of a roll. I taught Egbert how to skate and showed him to my dog, but then she tried to eat him, and I was like, after a week, my son started to get an attitude. He would just roll away from me when I was talking to him and then go play Fortnite all day. But then one day we started arguing because the place was a chicken coop, and I got so mad I stormed off. I started to feel bad, so I went to go say sorry, but he was gone. I ran outside and I looked everywhere for him. I checked the patio, I went and looked in the garden. I was starting to freak out when Egbert. Last night, I had a nightmare where I was performing CPR on my dog because she just swallowed an iPhone 10 32GB whole. And I thought she was gonna die, but then she spat it out and I was like, thank God. But then the screen lit up and it said that celebrity chef Guy Fieri had passed away. And then I started crying because he's a legend. But then it said that Timothy Chalamet killed him. And I was like, this makes no sense. At least I'm not him. He's going to prison. But then I looked in the mirror and I was Timothy Chalamet. And I was like, no way. So I texted my ex and told them that I had the biggest glow up in the history of all mankind. Now that I was Timothy, I was so happy knowing everyone loves me. But then I got so carried away with being him that I forgot that I was literally wanted by the police because I lit Guy Fieri on fire. Fiery Guy Fieri, arson. For some reason I was in Zootopia and everyone was a furry, which was a nightmare in itself. And the cop at my door was my own dog. So I was like, come here, baby, you don't have to arrest me. But then she handcuffed me and threw me in a Russian prison where they play Dance Monkey on repeat to torture us. Thank God that was just a dream. Wait, what's that sound? No. I've been quarantined for 18 days now. I know it's only supposed to be 14 days, but I went and got tested a week ago and they never called me back. Did they maybe call me 3 times to tell me the results and I declined it because I have phone anxiety? Maybe. At least I got a free mask. Anywho, I'm sitting here after waking up at 8 p.m. because my sleep schedule is worse than the song Dance Monkey, and I thought to myself, if I woke up one morning and didn't feel too good and then all of a sudden I just pass away like that, like bada bing, bada boom, gone, no one, literally no one, would know. My local Taco Bell might wonder why no one orders 5 chalupas in one order anymore. Or maybe my dog will eat me and realize she doesn't have an owner and then leave the house to start a new life. And then she's driving to work one day and someone stops her car and says, hey, is that a dog driving that car? And then it hit me that it would likely be months until someone discovered me and I'd probably be covered in wasps and maggots and... Hey, that got really dark. Did you know the plural term for platypus is platypi? They have venomous claws. Anyways, I'm gonna go cry now. Bye. So I was making a delicious quarantine meal of salad and licorice, aka diabetes salad, when something caught my eye outside my kitchen window. I looked across my yard to see my neighbor had left a message for me. I immediately thought, bruh, I'm about to have a Taylor Swift music video love story, but then I remembered that my neighbor is a 72-year-old grandma named Myrtle that smells like moldy peas. I looked closer and saw that her sign just said hello. I thought, okay, she seems pretty friendly, so I grabbed some paper and decided to write a note back. I scribbled down, hi Myrtle, and drew some hearts. I ran upstairs to my window, left it there overnight, hoping that I could have some fun with that elderly bag of bones and skin. Then the next morning, I ran upstairs to see what she'd written back. So anyways, I'm currently hiding in my basement with my dog and my Animal Crossing trying to figure out what to say back. Please help, I'll reply in part 2. So I had just finished dropping my uncle off at the local prison so he could turn himself in for burning down 9 different Taco Bells. Anyways, I was driving home and I checked my mirror and caught a reflection of me and I remembered how much I don't like myself and I literally feel like I look like Donkey from Shrek and no one will ever truly love me because no one will truly... Yeah, so it actually turns out that I was parked on a portal to hell that day. Anyways, I'm trying to get my car towed back from hell to earth. Wait a minute. How come I went to hell? I've only ever slapped like 3 babies. Okay, maybe 4. Anyways, I had been on a journey. I was hungry like you would not believe, and I was really craving some Taco Bell until I remembered my uncle burned them all down. Me and my 80-year-old neighbor Myrtle have been leaving each other messages through our windows to stay entertained during quarantine. That's until yesterday when she wrote a very threatening sign. I know she's an old lady, but that made my anxiety go ding 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 ding. When I went downstairs, the door was open, like she said, and there was a box. But then my ADHD distracted me, and I started thinking, why did Roddy Ricch name the song The Box? Is he really just rapping about a box? Did he order? Snap out of it, Ben. You potentially have an elderly intruder in your house. She could, like, bite me with her dentures or something and give me corona. I took the box and screamed, leave me alone, Myrtle! And then went to go make my final sign. I placed it in my window where I knew she would see it. Here's a fun Ben fact. I'm an expert in archery, and I'm not afraid to turn her into Myrtle on a stick. I felt prepared, but all I could do now was wait around for Myrtle to make her move. But I got curious and decided to check out the box. It could have been booby-trapped, ha, booby, for all I know, but I opened it anyways, and it turns out it was cookies. She baked me cookies. So I was making my delicious quarantine meal of tortilla chip cereal, but as soon as I took a bite, I dropped a piece on the ground and my freaking dog ate it. And I thought to myself, isn't it weird how us humans just live with animals? Like somehow a wolf evolved into this cute little rat-looking thing, even though she wouldn't survive a day in the wild. But as I was making this TikTok, I was like, wait, where's Kobe? And I caught her in the corner of my eye running directly towards the road. I ran so fast they canceled the Olympics because they knew I would just win everything. Anyway, she was almost at the street and to my left was a car coming. I thought to myself, am I willing to lay down my life for this little rat? And I was like, nah, I'm not ready to meet Bob Ross and Grumpy Cat in heaven. So I just let the car turn her into a pancake. Of course I would save her, are you crazy? I lunged in front of the car and shoved her out of the way, but, so it turns out the car was parked the whole time and, like, was not going anywhere. Hey, it's not my fault that I have poor depth perception. So I keep seeing new TikTok houses popping up, and I realized, wait a minute, I live in a house, and I have TikTok. I could make a TikTok house. First things first, I needed to name the house, so I thought I'll close my eyes, spin in a circle, and the first thing I see when I open them, I'll name it. Okay, so I passed out because I got too dizzy, but when my eyes opened, I saw a piece of chocolate. I thought, oh, the Cocoa House. That's cute. But as my eyes focused, I realized it was actually my dog's doo-doo. But then I had the idea, the Doo-Doo House. I started cleaning up so it didn't look like I was filming TikToks in a dumpster. I shoveled the sidewalk so that no one slips and breaks their neck while throwing it back to Savage. Then I checked to see if there were towels so that all the stinky TikTokers can shower. But then I remembered I ran out of toilet paper weeks ago and I've been using... Anyways, finally, it was time to recruit people. I DM'd over 50 celebrities, TikTokers, YouTubers. I even told the girl who sings Dance Monkey that she's banned from the Doo-Doo House, and she literally replied. replied. I waited 24 hours to see who would reply, and if you want to see everyone that's now a part of the doo-doo house, the link is in my bio. Today I woke up sad and single for the 7,347th day of my life. As I got up to drink my water bottle full of stale Red Bull, I thought, no, this ends today. Okay, here goes nothing.
Dear Zendaya,
You don't know me, but I love you. This is my formal marriage proposal to you. April Fool's was yesterday, so I'm dead serious. I would love to marry you on the set of Shake It Up, but the set's actually on top of a boat in the middle of Fiji. And I've invited every Disney Channel icon. Look, there's Bertram from Jessie sitting next to Bob Duncan from Good Like Charlie. Oh, and there's Mr. Mosby from The Sweet Life. Wait, why is everyone in the audience a bald man? Anyways, I invited Bella Thorne, but she couldn't make it because they stopped her at the airport because she was trying to smuggle drugs. Anyways, I truly believe you were the most beautiful woman on the planet. If I could describe how you make me feel, it's like when you see a hydraulic press video and they squish a piece of soap and it becomes little soap noodles in the air. Now, my net worth is $3 and a half used Subway gift card, so I made my own little soap noodle ring just for you. So, Zendaya, will you be my wife? Guys, please send this to her. If she sees this, I will scream. This is me buying a live crab from the store and freeing it into the ocean. The guy at the store was like, you know how to cook this, right? And I was like, oh, we are not cooking Mr. Krabs. As I was walking, some dude yelled at me and I got scared. And then this guy was walking around with an iguana. I'm like, it's my day to have an exotic pet, buddy. Look at his cute little mouth moving. Aww. I took him to the Santa Monica Pier before I freed him, and that's when I saw this guy literally kick a pigeon. I hate it here. Now, crabs can live 24 hours outside of water, but I thought, let's just free him already. Then some cops were staring at me, and I got scared. I picked him up, and I ran to the beach, and I laid him down gently on the sand. He was barely moving, so I ran into the waves to try and get him in deeper so he could swim or something. But he took a bit of a tumble. So it wasn't looking good for Mr. Krabs, and I started crying. But then he started moving again, and I thought, it's now or never. I scooped Mr. Krabs up, and I ran over to that water, and I dropped him in that water ever so gently. Oh, crap, we are out of time. If you want to see the rest of the video, the link is in my bio. So I was busy trying to carbonate milk with my mom's soda stream and make milk soda when my friend who lives in a different city texted me, come here now. I get really scared when people send a text and end it with a period. So naturally, I ignored the text and laid in bed and stressed about it until 30 minutes later when they texted me again. I checked the text and it said, it's an emergency. And I was like, emergency? Emergency. Just like call 911 or something. But then I thought, maybe their like hamster died or something. So I got up, got all the way in my car, turned on some Harry Styles. But then after 20 minutes of driving, I had to pull over because I was crying too hard. To feel better, I switched on Crazy Frog.
what's going on?
Sometimes when I listen to a really good song in the car, I kind of lose track of how fast I'm going. So while I was in the middle of vibing, I saw flashing lights behind me. But then I remembered getting arrested is a choice, and today I choose not to be arrested. So it turns out that's actually not my choice, but I did get these really cool mugshot pictures out of it. You should totally go check them out on my Instagram. It's @BenOfTheWeek. And comment Crazy Frog if you came from this TikTok. Okay, love you, bye. So I had just finished filling out all my private information and passwords to claim my free MacBook Pro that I won from this one email I got. Until I heard a knock at my door. I was feeling a little bit scared because it was 3 a.m., but I remembered I gave them my social security number, so that means they're gonna keep me safe. I was gonna go turn my computer off and head upstairs to check the door, but it said that a virus was shutting it down for me. Now, I don't want the coronavirus, but if it's gonna start doing things for me, well then, homegirl can like, get it. I crept upstairs so I wouldn't wake up my dog, and I opened up the door, but like, there was no one there. Then I heard a weird sound come from downstairs and saw that my computer was on. I'm like, I thought Miss Corona turned it off. There was a message on the screen from a hacker saying, I'm watching you. I started screaming because I don't know how to process conflict any other way. But then I was surprised to see a message that said, your outfit's cute. Listen, I'm so starved for human attraction that we fell in love. I'm Ben, and you're watching Hack Into My Heart, the new reality TV show on TLC. Today I looked in the mirror and thought, that's not me. That's a skinny little stick bug. I've had no motivation to go get up and make a proper meal for the past month, and I look like a stick bug. I'll eat maybe one brownie that has no nutritional value and then go back to bed at 2 p.m. Or I'll eat 4 tortilla chips and then say, bon appetit, baby, dinner served. So I thought if there's ever been a time to get so many muscles that I look like a cumulonimbus cloud and drift off into the atmosphere, it's now. What I lacked was motivation. So to get a good jump start to my insane Dwayne The Rock Johnson workout routine, I went outside in freezing weather completely naked into the snow. In addition to giving myself hypothermia, my elderly neighbor Myrtle saw my lovely peaches and had a heart attack. To try and warm up before I literally die, I put my Crocs into sport mode and started running on the treadmill. And like, it wasn't that bad until I sneezed. I accidentally hit the 10 miles per hour button instead of the 2 miles per hour that I was leisurely walking at. And well, I took a little bit of a tumble. I woke up 10 minutes later feeling a little bit tingly to look down and see that my foot had fallen off. Anyways, now I only use the treadmill to serve myself English muffins because I can't walk. I woke up this morning after having a nightmare where Zombie Shawn Mendes and Zombie Camila Caboo were trying to eat me. I woke up terrified and reached for my water bottle full of Red Bull, but when I looked at my hand, there was like some spot that I'd never seen before. I quickly searched to see what it was, and it said that it was cancer, but like, I'm a Virgo, so that made no sense. Anyways, I was still a little bit spooked, so I sent a picture of it to my doctor, and then I carried on with my day, which was watching 3 seasons of one show and then playing 47 games of Fortnite until 6 a.m. But the next morning I woke up and it was like itchy and bubbling, and I was like, okay, this is a demon. And just then I got a text from my doctor, and he was like, did you mean to send me a Roblox meme? And I was like, oopsie. So I sent him the actual picture and went back to bed. But when I woke up, there was like 30 more, and I was like, ah, and I started crying, and they were on my face too, and my doctor texted me that they were a flesh-eating insect, and I cried some more until one fell in my mouth. And it had a little crunch, and honestly, it kind of tasted like bacon. So like, I ate a few more, and next thing you know, I'm spooning these bugs in my mouth like it's Lucky Charms cereal. Today, I'm surprising my mom with cooked snails for dinner. But these aren't normal snails. These are from the dollar store. So I had all the ingredients to make it into a pasta dish. So I opened up the can of snails, and it got in my eye. I got snail juice in my eye. So those are my nasty, smelly snails, and I put them in a bowl when I started on the pasta. We got noodles, tarragon, and pasta sauce, baby. I boiled some water and spilled half the pasta while it went in. And then it started boiling over, and I was panicking. But then I was draining it, and 3 noodles were getting stuck, and I was getting mad. Next, we were mincing garlic for the escargot, and it looked like little mini garlic noodles, love. Then I put it all together with the snails, garlic, blue cheese, tarragon, and threw her in the oven. I felt like Remy from Ratatouille, baby. Minus being the chef, I just felt like the rat. Then my mom got home.
It's almost dinner time.
Smells good.
Guess what it is?
It smells like some sort of garlicky wine sauce.
Okay, but there's something else added.
The link is in the bio if you want to see or get surprised with snails. I was really bored, so I tried to buy the most expensive thing on Gucci's website for funsies, but that's when I remembered, Ben, you can't afford Taco Bell. So I was typing random numbers, hoping one was an actual credit card number, and nothing was working. I was like, well, there goes my wool alpaca cardigan. Finally, I tried 69696969. Expiration date, April 20th, aka 420, and security code 666. And I hit enter. I was like, well, that was fun. So I closed my laptop, but then I got an email saying my order had shipped. And then suddenly, I heard a knock at the door, and I was like, I didn't know what I just did, so I checked my doorbell cam, and there was a stranger there. Then I heard the door open, and then there were footsteps coming towards me, and then falling. And then the intruder got up and said, "This is the FBI. We've got you." And I was like, "You've got me? You think you've been watching me? For the past month, I've had my FBI agent's laptop bugged. Every time he logs in to watch me, I've been watching him. In fact, I ordered this exact item knowing it would bring him here." He ran back to his HQ to open up his laptop, and in disbelief, there I was, fully in control of the FBI system. Checkmate. I really needed a girlfriend to quarantine with, so I decided to abduct a live cockroach from the Burger King parking lot. Meet Sally. She's my bae, and we were so in love. I took her on dates to the park, and we would go skateboarding together. Life was absolutely beautiful when I was around here. She never ever bugged me. So on one sunny day, I decided to ask for Sally's hand in marriage. But as I got down on one knee and said, "Will you marry me?" she remembered a few weeks ago when she caught me cheating with Gilberto the Fly. Me and Gilberto did indeed have a fling, but I swore it was nothing. We were just friends. It was just one date. But Sally couldn't take it and rejected my proposal. I was destroyed, and I thought, if I can't have you, no one can. I took out my magnifying glass and made a laser beam with the sun's ray. I thought it was goodbye, Sally, as she caught fire, but frick, I'm out of time. Full video's in my bio. So I was on the phone with 911 because I had made some banana soup with a hint of ranch dressing, and I'd left the gas burner on, and I was scared my house would blow up. So I said, "Please help." And the operator was like, "It's gonna be okay. We're on our way." And me being so starved for human interaction replied, "Okay, I'll see you soon." And I began to prepare for my date with the emergency services person. I dimmed the lights to set the mood, and then I set the table and put out the banana soup I'd cooked earlier, and poured some fancy jus d'orange. I changed out of my depression fit into something slightly less depressing, and attempted to fix my hair, but I ended up wanting to cut it all off and had a mental breakdown. But I was like, another day. Suddenly I heard the doorbell ring. I got up and ran over to let them in, but I was so excited that I didn't see the charger on the floor. I forgot there was gas in my house, and I tripped over it and it created a spark, and next thing you know, I was seeing how many oranges I could fit in my mouth before throwing up when my doorbell rang. I wasn't expecting anyone, and when I answered it, there was no one there, just a notebook. It was kind of creepy, but when I opened it, I realized it was for my horse girl cousin Gretchen, and she'd drawn me Peppa Pig? I thought I'd draw her something back, so I made, two minions in love. And I left it in the same place for her. The next morning, the doorbell rang again, and I opened it to find another Peppa. So I took the liberty of drawing Rainy Rodriguez as my sleep paralysis demon, and put it back the same place as yesterday. However, the next day I received something completely different. When I opened the sketchbook, Peppa had turned into bacon? Is this a threat? I texted her, haha, very funny, Gretchen, stop coming to my house. And she was like, what?